Hi guys, Leah here from the Not Only Carrots channel. I wanted to answer an important question today. Is it more expensive to be a vegan? I have had people claim for a long time that it is way more expensive to be vegan and healthy, and I have to tell you, you're wrong. Today I'm going to show you that it's actually the other way around. It's cheaper to be a vegan. Let's just start at the start. When you become vegan, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut meat out of your diet. Now, if we are just going to the standard shopping centre and going and buying some steak, we're going to be paying somewhere between $20 and $30 a kilo. Of course, if you're going to go to your local butcher, perhaps you'll be able to get some bulk steak and bring it down too, but I'm just aiming for the average everyday person here. So if you're paying somewhere between $20 and $30 a kilo, you're going to find that when you do your direct swap over to a meat substitute, so some sort of a mock beef or a nut meat or some sort of a direct meat substitute like a patty, something that you just find in the freezer perhaps at the shopping centre, you're going to be around the same price. You can also find in bulk your vegan mock meats as well. So there are ways to do that slightly cheaper too. You can do it even cheaper than that and healthier if you were to buy tinned legumes. They work out around $6 a kilogram. But you can do it even cheaper than that if you go and buy dry legumes. The legumes, by the way, are all your chickpeas, lentils, kidney beans, butter beans, lima beans, and so on. If you buy them from the regular grocery store, you'll pay about $7.60 a kilo. But if you go down to a grocery store that's actually an Indian grocery store, you pay about $2.50 a kilogram. And they cook up 1.5 times as much. And that works out around $1.60 a kilogram for your lentils, for example, that you've bought from the Indian grocery store. So we're comparing $20 to $30 a kilo for steak, all the way down to $1.60 a kilo for cooked lentils. So if you just look at the maths, I mean, it's so much cheaper. It's just laughably cheaper. So no, it's not more expensive to cut meat out of your diet. All right. Meat aside, next thing that you're going to cut out when you become a vegan is eggs. And when you're vegan, you don't eat eggs, so that's a cost you save. The next thing you're going to want to cut out is dairy. So if we're just looking at standard cow's milk, if we're just heading down to get the cheapest milk we can from the grocery store, it was $2 for 2 litres. And if we went to and get the cheapest soy milk that we could find in the same grocery store, it worked out $2.30 for 2 litres. So they were comparable, a slightly dearer for the soy milk, but it really was insignificant. The other thing is you are not just looking at the immediate cost of your food, you're looking long-term as well in terms of your health. So things like groceries with your fruit and veg are going to potentially be a bigger cost for you if right now you don't eat very many. But if you can find a farmer's market or a local greengrocer who sells just from their house, you are going to find that your groceries will cost far, far less. We had a guy who actually sold out of his garage, and his food, although it wasn't certified organic, was actually organic, and the only plants that he sprayed were his potato plants. So we got all of this organic food. Every week was only $27 for these 2 big boxes. We had so much food. It was really, really good value. So if you can find a farmer's market, even your fresh fruit and veg can be very good value. The only time it can be expensive, particularly, is if you're going organic. And for our family, we choose to not worry about organic. We find that the cost is just too much. But within your budget, of course, you're going to figure out what's going to suit you. The other thing to consider is the long-term costs. Right now, if you're only 18 or 19 and you're umming and ahhing about being a vegan, you're not going to be thinking about, am I going to be having a triple heart bypass when I'm 70 years old? But down the track, if you do have to have bypass surgery, for example, in Australia it's going to be somewhere between $38,000 and $51,000 for that operation. If you can look down the line and think, when I'm 40 years old, most people are on a myriad of pills just so that their blood pressure stays down, so that they can cope with these various sicknesses that they have. They might have beyond diabetes medication and so on. These are things that as a vegan are very, very unlikely that you're going to have to be on. And the cost of those, I remember seeing a documentary, the What the Health documentary, and these people were paying, I think it was like over $100 every month for these pills. I don't have that cost. All of these things combined, your meat, your dairy, your fresh fruit and veg, and also the long-term looking at the health aspects, I have found that it is significantly cheaper for me and my family to be vegan, and we really encourage you to look at what you're spending, have a think about it and consider it, because if this is a worry for you, you can be a very, very frugal vegan. And if you want some tips on how to be even more frugal than just the legumes, then leave a comment below and we'll do another video about that one as well. Okay guys, thanks so much for being here with us today. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click like, share this video with a friend, and if you want to have more cooking shows, some vegan tips, some handy vegan frequently asked questions, we have videos coming doing all these things. We can't wait to see you next time. So until then, happy cooking!